Look at how clean this center part is. If you have been struggling to get yours this neat, in less than 18 minutes, I'll show you exactly how I did it. As you can see, I'm working with a 5x5 closure in this video, but listen, this technique works for frontal too, so don't think this is just for one type. Now, one mistake a lot of people make is rushing the pattern process, and that's exactly why it ends up looking messy or uneven. I'm going to break everything down in this video, from how I section to how I make the line clean to how I make it flat, because that's where most people get it wrong. And please don't skip any part of this video because every single step actually matters if you want that flawless finish. Before every step, you first use your hand dryer to pre-stretch the hair backwards.
The next thing you need to do is use your flat iron and hot comb backwards, flatten the hair backwards like this. That's the first thing you need to do. If you notice I've not added any hair wax, this phase you don't need to add any hair wax. Now I'm going to show you something real quick. Once you flatten the hair backwards like this, make sure you allow it to let it be flat. Once you're done with that, you notice there's a little bit of lifting over here. We're going to solve that problem right now. So once we're done with that, now we're going to go in with our wax stick. Always don't apply a lot of it. A little will go a long way, you see? Just little. We're going to go back with our flat iron and press down. Now, because of these ones are lifting, you see what I'm doing? You use the back of your flat iron to press the lace to rest and sit on the canvas side you're working with. All this other part, you see what I'm doing? You use your flat iron to press it down like you're trying to iron the lace, that kind of thing. That's what you should do. Press it down like this, you see? This is already flat. It's no longer lifting up anymore. So you still go ahead and press down. You know, we just applied our wax, so you have to press down. Based on demand, that is when you're going to be using your spray hose. Based on demand, if your client or you do not want the hair to last longer, you know, when you use just your wax stick, it's gonna be flat, but after some time it's gonna start lifting, like the hair is gonna start lifting. So the spray hold helps the hair to sit and stay for a while. So if your client or you want that to stay for a while, you do not want it to lift after 2 to 3 days, you can now go ahead with your spray hold. So, and of course, if you want to try to create this center pattern that I'm about to show you, it is best you use a little bit of your spray hose so you can really achieve the look you're trying to get. Now, when you're doing this, you just need a very little amount of it. Little amount of this. This should do. You don't use your hot comb immediately to press down. You go in with your brush. This, you can use your hand dryer to dry as you're brushing backwards, but I prefer to brush backwards like this. Once I'm done brushing backward. I'm gonna go in with my hot comb, and I'll press down. Don't forget your lace. Whenever you see that it is lifting, you use your flat iron to press it down. It is time to create our pattern. Always good to work with your canvas head, and you place your lace in a way that you can use your canvas head to trace the center of the hair. And if you don't have one, you can use your measuring tape to measure and get the center before creating the pattern, especially if you're doing center pattern. And if the lace was not made in a way that the pattern is already defined. Now you see how easy it is for me to now create my pattern, because this part is already going backwards. There's no hair that is going to be disturbing me or interfering with when I'm trying to create the pattern. So all you have to do is now get that center part, and you're working with your flat iron in every step you're going. Like every step you're going, you have to work with your flat iron, because okay, now see, this part is a little high and this part is flat, so we need our flat iron to help us define the line. Guys, if you have not watched the video where I was tutoring on how to use your flat iron, you can go to my YouTube channel and check for that video. That video is going to help you understand the concept about your flat iron, where and how you should use it in a way that is going to be doing the job it's supposed to be doing. You have to pay detailed attention to the progression of how I'm moving the flat iron. You can see how the line is already defined. Let me make this in a way you can see it. You can see how defined the line is already. From here, what's called you flat iron it. I believe you can see. So this was how I did it. I didn't know my camera was not really showing what I was doing. Now to get our straight pattern, the center part is something that you have to be extremely careful about. But before we proceed with this part we've already worked on, we need to secure with an elastic band. So this is the use of this one. You have to secure it. Okay, I just remember that based on demand, the client said she wanted this angle, that she wanted it to be a bit backwards, that she wanted it to be more visible. So we're just gonna do that right now. Don't forget, a little we do the job. You don't need to put a lot of wax. Based on demand, don't forget. See the progression. I'm taking this. Now we have to go in with our spray hold. We're going to go in with our brush. This is the simplest and easiest technique you can think of. If you're a beginner, you follow this procedure, I know you're gonna be able to get it. Please guys, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. If you have any question that you need me to answer, just drop it in the comment section. I'm gonna definitely reply you. And if it's something I need to make a video about, I'm gonna make a video about it. Even without using your flat iron to also help, this event spray is really good, that it does the job perfectly well. So right now we have to now secure with a pin and our elastic band. So since we want here to be a bit high and forward, we're gonna pin this way. You have to, I told you she wanted us to be a bit backward, so that is exactly what I'm doing. Then we'll now slant it down this way. We're not gonna put it this way, we're gonna slant it down this way because of the sides. Now we'll take this other side too, the same thing, don't forget we're slanting downwards. Okay, now that we are done with the front, we have to work on the back side now. So this is what the back side look like. Now you cannot just use your hot comb and start this way. You can't find this way. You have to create a line here. This helps the hair gets flat and gives it that look. There's this defined look it gives it. So I'm just gonna section from the pattern this way. Don't forget, in every step you're working with your flat iron, and this is also going to help you know that the pattern you created is equal from the front and also from the back. Now you use your flat iron and you press backwards like what you're seeing here, then you press a bit forward like what you're seeing here. Now this part that is lifting is not actually from our fault, it's from the people that wig the hair. The last weave that they sewed it on the closure, so it's pressing it backward. What you should do is keep your flat iron, stand it backward like this and allow it to sit for a while, and you take it down. You see the difference, it's already getting flat. So that is what you should do. You bend it backwards, you allow it to sit, and you take it down. Same with this one that is over here. You bend it backwards, you allow it to sit, and you press down just like that. But you have to lift the hair up a bit, and you see, press down and it's flat. Now the next thing we need to do is create this same line on the other side. You make sure it is straight. That arrow is still on this other side. You see it is lifting, so we have to do the same thing. Remember I told you about the flat iron? So if you're not using your flat iron, you see how the hair is not giving me that defined look I want, like the lines. The other hair from the other side is kind of interfering with the pattern and the lines I'm trying to create. So you see the same thing over here. You repeat the same procedure. Hairstyling, wig styling, it's a work of art and it requires patience. Trust me on that. If you're trying to do it and it's not coming out the way it should, you can come back and watch this video again. Pay detailed attention to how I place my hot comb, how I move the flat iron, how I hold the hair while trying to flat iron it, and all the stuff. You have to make sure you pick those details, so whenever you're trying to create yours, it's going to be easier for you. It's going to be easier. So this is what the back of your hair is supposed to be looking like. You can go in with your wax a little bit, don't forget, always go with little amount of it. Too much of everything is bad, so you can't go and apply too much of it. So you see, this is already beautiful. This is beautiful, right? So because of we're using wet method to curl this hair, if you can see, I've already started it. I don't want the water to touch this angle while I'm working on it, and also I don't want the styling to go off. So because of that, I'm going to be using my elastic band. So I'm just going to place it here. So it's going to help hold this part that I've styled. It's not going to lift, or you know what I'm trying to say. So that is the aim of me doing this. And I'm going to be using my elastic also to hold this part, because I still want this part to be flat. So with that, no matter what I do with this other side of the hair, it's not going to lift, and everything is going to stay intact while I'm working. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm going to show you what the hair looks like when I'm done with this video. Okay, sorry, I'm not going to show you because I'm just going to go back and curl this other part of the hair off camera, and I'm actually sending this hair to the client when it's wet. So do well to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop your thoughts in the comment section what you need me to talk about in my next video. If you have any question that you need me to answer, you can drop it in the comment section, and I'm gonna definitely answer you. So this is what the front looks like. I'm just gonna go ahead and use my water and everything to curl this bombshell on this other side. See you in my next video. Bye.
Look at that. Clean, straight, and flat. This is the difference between just doing a center parting and doing it properly. If this helped you, make sure to subscribe because I break down techniques like this in a very simple way, especially for beginners. And if there's any specific video tutorial you want me to do, maybe frontal, closure, styling, or even mistakes you're struggling with, I might just make that video for you next.